Hello Flames fans, and welcome to This Week in UIC Flames Athletics. I am your host Jeremiah Paprocki, and the basketball team ventured to Detroit for Motor City Madness. Unfortunately, both of our squads saw their seasons come to an end in their first game of the Horizon League tournament. In a back-and-forth game that had 8 ties and 8 lead changes, Milwaukee came out on top in the men's quarterfinal matchup on Sunday. Turkus Ferguson had a season-high 23 points to go along with 7 assists and 5 rebounds. The Flames built a 7-point lead in the second half until Milwaukee grabbed the momentum with a game-changing rally. UIC could not get any closer than 5 points in the final 3 minutes. Marcus Oddie, Dikembe Dixon, and Jordan Blount all scored in double figures. The Flames turned the ball over 16 times, and Milwaukee had a 25-9 edge in points off turnovers. The women's team was unable to overcome Oakland's efficiency in their first-round matchup at Little Caesars Arena. Brittany Bird returned to the lineup after missing 7 games and led the team with 13 points. Taylor Toney contributed 10, and Gabriella Johnson had a team-high 10 rebounds. The teams had virtually the same number of turnovers, but Oakland scored 41 points off of the Flames' miscues, while UIC mustered only 10 points off turnovers. Bird and Toney finished the season as the team's top 2 scorers. Johnson led the Flames in rebounds. The baseball team downed Roosevelt in their home opener and won the final game of their series at Georgia Tech over the weekend. Scott Oda drove in 2 on 3 hits to lead the Flames past Roosevelt 4-3 on Tuesday at Granderson Stadium. In Atlanta, UIC was shut out for the first time in 2018 in Game 1 against the Yellow Jackets by a 5-0 final. On Saturday, Oda cranked an 8-inning home run to pull the Flames to within 1, but they couldn't get any closer in a 3-2 loss. The Bats woke up on Sunday as David Becker and Bowen Ogata each had 3 hits, and Becker and Thomas Norton drove in 3 runs apiece in a 12-5 win. Norton has a 10-game hitting streak. Charlie Cerny finished the game on the mound and has not issued a walk in 12 1/3 innings this season. The men's tennis team swept a doubleheader against Chicago State and Eastern Illinois, winning both matches by a 6-1 score. Johan Hedstrom and William Wale won their doubles set in both matches, clinching the point for UIC both times. Marco Nani lost only 1 set in his 2 singles matches and dropped only 2 games combined in his 4 winning sets. Johan Hedstrom and Marcelo Dibb also won 2 single matches on the day. Men's gymnastics closed out the home portion of their schedule against number 6 Minnesota. The Golden Gophers came away with the win, but the Flames trimmed over 15 points from the final margin compared to the team's score in the season-opening Windy City Invitational. The Flames started hot with 2 top 6 scorers on the floor for Masad Juma and A.J. Harden. All 5 of UIC's performers on the pommel horse scored in the top 7. Colin Schwartz had the team's highest parallel bar score. Michael Peluso led the Flames on high bar and had his 2nd highest 3-event total of the season. The women's gymnastic team took Michigan State to the wire but ultimately fell just 0.2 of a point behind the visiting Spartans. A season-high total on the vault gave the Flames a great start. Serena Baker and Michaela Northern each had a season high. Baker and Tony Alecki led the team on bars. Kayla Baddeley landed a 9.8 on the beam. The Flames closed in on Michigan State with 4 exercise scores of 9.75 from Baddeley, 9.775 from Alecki, and a phenomenal 9.875 from Northern, who won the event and the all-around championship. The women's tennis team took down Northern Illinois 6-1 on Monday. The Flames swept the doubles matches. 5 Flames won their singles matches, and all of them did so in straight sets. Las Vegas was the site for the golf team's first tournament of the year. Claudia Stampa was UIC's low scorer in 2 of the 3 rounds and finished tied for 16th in the overall field of 12 teams. This week, the Flames will send 3 divers to the NCAA Zone C Championships. Sydney Liebenberg, Andrew Lewarchik, and Sean Scarry will represent UIC at the event in Columbus, Ohio. The softball team will return to action with 5 games over the weekend in the Murray State Racer Classic. Men's tennis will have matches at DePaul and at Northwestern. Women's tennis will host Illinois State on Sunday. Men's gymnastics will travel to Champaign for a tri-meet with Illinois and Air Force. The women's gymnastics team will host the Illinois Classic at the UIC Pavilion Sunday afternoon. You can catch a 4-game series between the baseball team and Chicago State, including a Saturday doubleheader this weekend at Granderson Stadium. And that's what's happening this week in UIC Flames Athletics. I'm Jeremiah Paprocki, and as always, fire up Flames!